and welcome to the Lyman Wolf Podcast. I am your host, Raceland, and I'm joined today by my good friend, Nate, my co-host. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, just watching some anime, playing some games, reading some manga.
I feel like our intro never changes. That's literally your response to every single intro.
I think our last intro, I was just playing video games and watching anime.
I don't know, man. There's always a rotation of like 5 things you're doing. It's always the same thing.
I'm a pretty boring guy outside the podcast. What can
Hey,
I
man,
say?
you don't have a life outside the podcast. The podcast is your life, okay? You need to understand that.
Yes, all I do is think up of ways to fulfill your requirements for these things.
That's
and
not how this goes. We are a team, buddy.
try to pick the lock on my chains so I can one day be free.
Oh, yeah, that's what... I'm just over there whipping chains. Get back to work, Nate. Think of some ideas.
Yes, you all heard it here, folks.
Oh, yeah,
That's
okay.
what it does from the horse's mouth.
Well, you better have got a good freaking idea today, because we're going to be talking about our own custom Super Smash Bros. Games. Yes. Everybody's played a Super Smash Bros. Game if you're a nerd like us. All the video game community has at some point touched a Super Smash
fighting
Bros.
game.
Yeah. And Super Smash Bros. Is one of the, if not the most famous fighting game of all time. I would say. Very close to Mortal Kombat, maybe.
Kind of curious if,
Yeah.
like, Street Fighter or Smash Bros.
I don't think it'd be Street Fighter. I would say it's between Mortal Kombat and Smash Bros. I would feel like that's the two horsemen of fighting games. Could be wrong. But, alright.
Most popular fighting game is Mortal Kombat.
Wow, I told you! 2 horsemen.
Yeah.
So.
Followed by Street Fighter, then Smash Bros.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised at Street Fighter. I guess it's because it's been around longer.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because it's like, it is the granddaddy.
Well, when I suggested this topic, I had stipulations. The stipulation is we're going to pick 12 fighters each. And they could be from anything. Literally. Movies, books, TV shows, video games, anything you want it to be from. It doesn't have to be limited to video games. So, I'm curious to see what you picked. I was going to ask you, I forgot to ask you before we started recording, how do you want to do this? Are you wanting to do one by one, so I do 12, you do 12, I do 11, you do 11, go down the line like that? Is that how you want to do it?
We can do that. I mean, I don't have it numbered in that way, but I can just go down the list
Okay.
that I have.
Yeah, I've got mine in order of, like, who I'd want to see the most. It's pretty loose.
Mine is based off of 2 characters from 6 categories. That's it.
2 characters from 6... What does that mean?
Like 2 characters from movies, 2 characters from comics.
Oh, I definitely didn't do that. I just picked characters I wanted to put in here.
Yeah.
I
tried to give myself some structure.
Because I know me, I know who I am, and I was going to pick a bunch of basic bitch answers, and I decided I'm going to think outside the box. So most of my answers are hopefully off-the-wall characters. You're like, why the fuck did you pick that character? That's what I want, because I was like say I pick... I didn't pick anybody from Dragon Ball Z, but pretend I did, and it was like, oh, your go-to answer is Goku. I would have not picked Goku. I would have picked a different type of character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of tried the same. I tried to pick characters that, first off, haven't already been in some fighting game.
Okay, I did the same thing. I was originally on my list. Was Danny Phantom. And I go, oh, shit, he's in Nickelodeon All-Star, like the Brawl game, the Nickelodeon fighting game they made. I go, I gotta take him off the list now. I'm gonna replace him with somebody else.
Don't know if I was successful because I don't know like a lot of video games.
This is your ideal Smash Bros. It could be, if you wanted to pick like 5 Nintendo characters that are already in Smash, you could have put them on the list.
Picked Mario.
Yeah, characters
Luigi.
that never seen a Smash Bros. Game. Luigi, Pikachu,
Waluigi.
Oh shit!
The fan favorite that never got a chance.
He's never getting in. Anyways, so that's what I wanted to do. That was my stipulation. You want to get started, or do you want me to get started?
I'll get started. I really should have picked Waluigi. I feel kind of bad now that I didn't.
He's an honorable mention.
Yeah.
He's the
He's a
DLC.
trophy.
He's the DLC. I originally was gonna put a couple DLCs, but I'm like, my list is already like I have so much
we
to
got
talk about. I don't want to do that.
Characters.
Well, I also have
Okay.
a lot to say about these 12 characters.
All right, so one of the things that I tried to do with some of the, not all of the characters, but some of the characters was tried to compare them to Smash characters, just so we can get a general idea of their playstyle.
So what do you mean, like if like
Uh,
oh this character fights like Pikachu or something like that?
Yeah, like
Okay.
their style is very similar to this character.
I did something similar. I
Uh,
more like was like, hey, these are these characters' power set, and I think these could be applied in a Smash game this way.
Yeah. All right, so the first one is the Grey Warden.
Who's
He
the
is
Grey Warden?
he is a Dragon Age Origins main character.
Okay.
Now, this is a character that you can customize, you can create. But
I tried to
here's
stay
the
away
thing.
from that. I stayed away from
Well-
those type of characters.
I picked this is the only character. Well, this is the only character that doesn't like have a specific name. They are a title, the Grey Warden.
Nate,
Uh,
I'm gonna stop really fast. Are all
Go ahead.
you can have 12 wolves on your list? The silence.
I only have one wolf. Yeah, one wolf. on this
Okay.
one, on this one.
All right, continue.
I had to check.
As
'cause
soon
I
as you
did-
started with a wolf character, I go, "Oh no, did you? You didn't do this, did
This
you?"
isn't
Nate?"
a wolf character. This isn't
What's
a
his
wolf
name?
character. Grey Warden.
Oh, I just heard gray and I just assumed wolf. Never mind.
No, it's so the Grey Wardens in the Dragon Age are a faction
Oh, okay.
that fight the bad guys.
Oh, okay, all right.
Your character, the Grey Warden, is like one of the last in the kingdom. That's why
Gotcha.
he's the Grey Warden. So, style-wise for the game is he is going to be the me character.
Okay. All right.
So you can customize them with basic stuff, not outrageous like you would in the game, but basic stuff. And there are
Understandable.
3 fighting styles, just like the me character.
Okay.
You have a kind of stockier, more damage-taking character, so you got the sword and the shield.
So like a tank.
Yeah. You have the more agile on their feet, kind of speedy character with 2 daggers, the rogue.
Okay, that's cool.
And then you have the ranged character, casting spells and stuff.
I like this
the
idea,
mage.
Nate. That's just actually pretty sick.
Yeah. Again, I based them kind of off of like the swordsman, the fighter, and the gunner from me.
Right.
I
I like
picked-
this idea.
I picked a custom character because with Miis you can customize your Miis. As you know, I made my
I mean, you put costumes
Galileo
on.
looking swordsman character. Well, that's what you would do with the Grey Warden. You'd basically pick their style, and then you'd have a selection of costumes you could give them.
And you can
and
give
with
him a
DLC
pink beard.
You can. I wasn't gonna go into like a full on like hair customization.
Well,
thing. I was
I'm
just gonna
saying
go
in the
top.
Mii's on Super Smash
Yeah,
Bros, they give
I
you like
know.
this like super bubbly like select out of these 5 eye styles. Like,
Yeah, you can get pretty creative. So the other thing I did with my characters is I picked an ultimate Smash Bros style and an ultimate Mortal Kombat style.
why the rules didn't say anything about Mortal Kombat?
I just wasn't sure what like the ultimate styles you were going with, so I just
I was
went full
figuring
on.
Ultimate like in Smash Ultimate when you get the Smash Ball.
Yeah, I figured, but also I wanted in case you wanted like didn't want to put a
Yeah, this guy's gonna
PG-13
just go over
style.
there and fatality Mario, you know.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
So the Grey Warden, the ultimate for a Smash Bros style, is the base. They basically do the right of the Grey Warden. So in order to become a Grey Warden, you have to drink the blood of the Darkspawn, your enemy, and it is poison to most people. If you survive, you're a Grey Warden. You can now sense where Darkspawn are, but most people die. It's a poison. So
Understandable.
the Smash Bros style is literally just your Grey Warden character walks up to your enemy, summons a goblet of Darkspawn blood, and pours it down their throat. And they
Oh.
die because we don't want them to survive.
Is this the Smash Bros or is this the Mortal Kombat? What did you say?
This is the Smash Bros.
Okay.
Literally You're just making them take a drink and they fall over. It's not gravity.
Yeah, but keep in mind in Smash Bros, when you do your final smash, they don't always die.
Yeah, but some of them do.
I'm just saying it depends on what your percentage is at.
Yeah. This one is. Like, this one is, they're going to fucking die.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm glad that you changed the rules of Smash Bros. Gotcha.
Yeah, look, this one is automatic death.
So if I'm at 3% damage, I just die. Cool.
You guys hope I don't got an ultimate. Hey, wait, we've died to ultimates like that before.
Hey.
Recently. So don't be like, oh, that's unheard of. No,
It is
you and me
unheard
both have died to that from computers.
Anyways.
So the Mortal Kombat version is more gory. Depending on what combat style you pick, so like tank, rogue, or mage, that is going to determine how your ultimate Mortal Kombat style is. If it's the warrior, you basically knock them down with the shield, take your sword, and impale them. If it's the rogue, yeah, I'm thinking more like you just slash them, like you do like real quick slashes and stuff, and they're just like they fall over bleeding. And if it's the mage, you summon like a tornado of fire. Or lightning, or whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. I'm never picking the mage.
Why would you not pick the mage? That's the coolest one.
Because I'm going dual blades.
No, mage is literally the coolest one, and then out of those three.
Honestly, I hate myself for doing this. Dragon Age Origins is like, this is where the Grey Warden is from. You don't have a limit to your class. You can be a battle mage wielding blades and casting spells.
Hell yeah.
Every single Dragon Age after that, though, they specifically are like, you pick a mage, a rogue, or a warrior. If you're a warrior, you're getting a shield, a sword, or a two-handed sword. That's it.
I like that. I don't know. In fantasy, my favorite type of mage is always the one my name is based off of. It's literally a wizard with the top hat, and he's got the staff. I love wizards with staves, not like Harry Potter wands, like a full-on staff.
I don't like limitations.
Oh, I love that look though.
Picking this for my Grey Warden, not a fan of, but I do think it fits well what we're going for. So, yeah, that is my first pick, the Grey Warden Mii combat style.
All right. Not a bad pick. I like the versatility. That's really cool. All right, so my first character is going to be Jackie Chan, but specifically from Jackie Chan Adventures, the cartoon.
I figured. Yeah.
Right.
With the talismans.
That's exactly what I have in my notes, is that I want him to be a close combat with all the martial arts, but he has versatility with all of the talismans, levitation, eye beams. He's got range attacks, stuff like that. You can even use a move where, the tiger talisman splits you in half. I was thinking like he could summon the other half, like the quote dark half that comes out, and like launch him at somebody as like a move. Okay. You know how like Zelda can summon the armor to slash at her enemies? It's kind of like that with the tiger talisman.
Okay.
Yeah, something similar to that. And like I said, all the talismans all have different powers. I think there's 12 of them, so you can incorporate them in different ways with their fighting style and stuff like that. And I figured with the final smash, I never really got a good idea of what to do with this final smash. I was kind of wanting some bum ideas from you off of here. What do you think would be a good final smash for Jackie Chan Adventures Jackie Chan? Because I was thinking if we could do something with the talismans, or you could do something where like Jackie Chan could use his martial arts as like a final smash to beat up his enemies, or it could be, because it's Jackie Chan, him accidentally hurting him or like running away from him and just accidentally doing a bunch of damage kind of thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to go with because there's so many options.
I mean, let's see. You could do the rabbit talisman, grab him, and then just run really fast.
You're going Mortal Kombat, man. I'm thinking Smash Bros.
I know.
He's not Cabal.
Grab him. I'm not saying like go through them. I'm saying grab them and just run them off the stage.
Yeah, that's kind of boring. I don't like that one. Because I think about some of the Smash characters and how their Final Smash is. Like, you'll summon, like, a bunch of your friends and just slash up your characters and smash them off the map.
Problem is that most of the talismans are Mortal Kombat coded.
Right.
Like, you go super strength. You could either just throw him. Again, you would say boring. Or you can
Dude, I got
crush it.
one. I got one.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the funny one. Have Jackie Chan be like, no, I don't want to hurt you. And then, like all of a sudden they lunge at him. So he has to punch him and, like, punch him a couple times and kick him. And then he, like, runs into Tofu, the big, huge, hulking sumo guy that's his friend. And he, like, what was that? And he sits down and crushes him, and that's how they die. It's Tofu just sitting on him.
No, okay, here's one that fits with Super Smash Bros. And doesn't have to require them to just straight up being killed.
Okay.
The Monkey Talisman.
The monkey. Turn him into a monkey?
No, just shapeshift them into any animal. You could make them into a chicken and make them run away, or make them in.
That's a great answer. That is a great answer, Nate. I'm glad we brainstormed this.
Yeah, there you go. You're turning your opponent into a harmless little animal.
And then he goes, oh, and then just, like, gently throws him off the stage.
Or you can turn yourself into a elephant and stampede and crush them under your feet, or them on your tusk, choke them out. Yeah.
All right, so there we go. Jackie Chan Adventures. That is that's my first pick. Number 12.
My number 11, is Arthur Morgan from the Red Dead Redemption.
Nice. I had a feeling this was going to be on your list.
This guy, I feel like he's going to be a pretty boring character compared to most, because he's basically just going to be fists.
I'm a cowboy
punching and
with
kicking.
guns.
Yeah, that. So
you gotta do something with the lasso. You gotta do something with the lasso.
Hold on. So he does up close. He does punching and kicking, but range for a weak range attack, he can do like a quick draw pistol shot. For a more powerful range attack, he can do more of a steady hunting rifle shot. Then, moving on to the ultimates, his Smash Bros. Ultimate style is that he lassos the enemy, ties the other end of the lasso to his horse, laps his horse, and his horse drives them off the end of the stage. Runs them off.
I like that. Simple but effective.
Yeah, leaving clouds of dust, kind of adding a little humor to it. The Mortal Kombat style, however, Red Dead Redemption is the franchise, is well known for its Deadeye mode, where time just kind of slows down and you have a moment to where you can mark spots on your enemy, and then your character quick draws and shoots those spots, causing damage.
Oh yeah.
So the Deadeye mode will target the head, the heart, legs, whatever, and just outright slaughter them.
It makes me think of what's that cowboy character from Mortal Kombat? Is it Black? Is even something Black?
I know who you're talking about because that is kind of who I based his fighting style off of.
It's the same thing.
Except he doesn't do fists and kicks too much.
I meant his fatality is the same.
Oh yeah, his fatality is literally he shoots you with the bullet of your name on it, and it ricochets inside your body, doing a crap ton of damage.
Yeah. So real quick, I know from Red Dead 2, you could buy outfits and stuff. What kind of costumes we looking at here?
I mean,
because in Super Smash Bros., if you don't know, you always get your character. So you pick Mario. Mario gets 5 different outfits. Mario can to change his colors and stuff. Sometimes it could be something as make him green, or it could be he's wearing his wedding outfit from his Odyssey. So you have something to work with here for outfits. What kind of what can Arthur Morgan get?
So the way I'm seeing it is you have your basic look, which is just him in some jeans and a button-up shirt. You can
with this
have
hat.
2 of them. Yeah, obviously the hat. You have 2 of them where it's the blue button-up shirt color or the white button-up shirt color.
Okay.
Then you have the cattle drive Arthur Morgan, where he's now wearing like a plaid shirt, chaps, and a coat. Again with the hat.
Yep.
And then Fancy Morgan, where he's wearing his long tail tuxedo that he uses when they break into a fancy soiree to try to figure out some information.
Okay.
And again, all three of those have 2 colors, so you have 6 costumes.
I like that. That's a good answer.
Cool. The difference with the fancy one is he's no longer wearing his cowboy hat. He now rocks a top hat.
Nice.
And that is my number 11.
All right. My number 11. When I say the anime Naruto, what character do you think I'm going to pick?
Rock Lee.
You know, I thought about picking Rock Lee, but I didn't.
That's who I would want.
Oh, well,
Or Kaiba.
Who?
Kaiba.
No. I'm going with Killer Bee.
Okay, that's a good one.
Killer Bee has lots of different swords. So
The swordsman rapper.
yes, he has lots of different swords. So he obviously can use close combat with all those different swords. I think he carries literally 8 swords on him. He can use his octopus-tailed beast to summon tentacles and use them as ranged moves. So you can use them like to launch and grab your enemies, bring them in close, slash them up with your swords type of thing. I was thinking like you focus a lot on the tentacles because he literally merges himself like half man, half tentacles. He was the one who taught Naruto how to do that. And then for the final smash, this is the main reason I picked him. It's this right here. I like the tentacle idea, but this is the main reason. His final smash would be him rapping at his enemy and then going tailed beast mode and just crushing him with the tentacles. Like, yo, you thought you could beat Killer Bee? And then just destroy him.
Okay, I can see that.
Maybe like make the enemies like, cover their ears, like, oh my god, this rapping is terrible, and then just crush them.
Have him like channeling his chakra to regain some HP.
Yeah. I just thought it was so funny because I was thinking like, I really want some kind of octopus character because I think having close combat and the tentacle range would be cool. And I'm like, oh my god, Killer Bee would be perfect. And then I go, oh my god, the final smash has to be him rapping. That's so funny.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, so that's my number 11. It's Killer Bee from Naruto.
I'll go ahead and move over to anime real quick.
Okay.
And this one is from a newer anime, Ken Takakura, otherwise known as Okaroon, from Dandadan.
Okay. Now, I haven't seen season 2, so don't spoil it, please.
No spoilers whatsoever.
Okay.
Other than, like, the character. So, fighting style, he's more of, like, a speedy kicking character. So think Little Mac, but with kicks instead of punches.
I don't think I can really do this anymore.
Yeah. He's just
so depressed
all the damn time, saying,
why even bother?
I guess I gotta take this guy down, Momo. Yo.
I guess.
So his Smash Bros. Ultimate is he just runs towards the enemy and then dives, hitting them with his head in their stomach. Because at this point he doesn't know how to fight. He just runs, just dive bombs, turns himself into a human bullet. The Mortal Kombat fighting, however.
Oh god, I can only imagine.
He grabs his opponent by their foot, runs, and just slams their body into almost every obstacle he runs by.
Oh, so it's just Injustice 2 with the Flash. Got it.
Basically.
Except he's not portaling everywhere to different timelines.
Yeah. He's literally just like running down a street, hitting them like against telephone poles, walls, houses, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that is.
I should have expected this pick. I don't know why I didn't expect this pick. I should have expected.
I honestly didn't expect this pick until I was watching the latest episode of Dandadan. And I was like, why don't I do this? Like, this would be a great character.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually erased the previous character I had for this.
Nice.
because I didn't want, because I remembered that character is in the Shonen game,
Okay.
the Shonen fighting game, Ken from Fist of the North Star.
Okay. Well, good pick. Good pick. I should have expected it, but, whatever. All right, so that moves on to my number 10, right, Nate? Are we on 10?
Yep.
All right, my number 10. Oh, my lord. Well, I just made a huge mess. That's awesome.
Oh no! Have you paused?
No. It's fine. I'll just keep going. So my number 10 is from the Horizon Zero games, and that is Aloy, the main character of Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. Do you know who she is, of course, right?
Yeah, we've talked about her.
Right. So, if you don't know much about her, she is the main character. She's a redheaded chick who lives in, how to explain this? They live in like
A post-apocalyptic world where cybernetic creatures are now
robots
considered the norm.
Yeah, robots basically run the world. These are her weapons she has. She has a spear, so she can use that as a weapon to attack her opponents with. She has multiple different types of bows that can all be used with elemental different damages. She has something called the Rattler. It's basically a close-range weapon that shoots massive bolts. Think like a shotgun with spears, and it can do elemental damage.
Okay.
Then she has something called an Ice Rail. Basically, it's a sniper version of that, and it does ice damage.
Okay.
Then there's another one called a Rope Caster. Basically, it's used to pin down machines and tie them down to attack. And then she has one more, and it's a Blast Sling. It's basically a sling, like you could hurl rocks. It's basically that, but to hurl elemental bombs that do large damage in large areas. So obviously, all of her arsenal can be used somehow as attacks in the game.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah. So, I think she would be really well with long range, short range, and medium range. She covers it all.
So what do you think about outfit-wise? Like, what are you thinking she'd be wearing?
So that's a great question. So, in the games, Horizon games, there's totally different tons of costumes and outfits and stuff like that you get throughout the game. It literally gives you different perks and stuff. So there's a ton of different costumes to pick. I mean, I can't really go into detail because they're pretty detailed, but she has multiple different outfits. Like a lot of them are like she has like some kind of like a helmet thing on top of her head, and then like armor, and different armor does different elemental like resistance type of thing. So usually like if you're wearing like an ice armor thing, you'll have some like metal plate on in your hair with like some like ice resistant type of looking things. So there's multiple different outfits you can have on her.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
it's good that they have already provided the costume.
Right, literally you just pull from the game.
Yeah. All right, so my number 9. My next character. I'm gonna keep
doing the numbers because it's in my notes like that.
All right, you keep doing that. I'm bouncing around. My next one is Ken Usato. He is from an anime called The Wrong Way to Use Healing.
Never heard of this.
It is. I think you'd like it. It's a pretty fun anime. Basically, he is a healer that fights. He is trained by another person who uses healing magic, but they basically train him until he like dies over and over again. They just keep healing him to the point where he starts kind of doing that and starts thinking that's normal. So when he punches somebody, he has like the healing fist, and so when he punches them, it heals them. So they don't take damage, but they still feel the pain.
How's that gonna work in a Smash game?
You'll get there. So
Okay.
In a Smash game, he's just gonna be a pure melee fighter.
No range at all, huh?
Nope.
So he's basically this game's Little Mac.
Yes, this is probably the character I would be playing all the damn time.
Of course you would.
Yeah. He runs really fast again because he has trained his body to the peak because he just trains all the time until his body's near death and just heals himself and keeps going. His ultimate for Smash Bros is that he just grabs his opponent and throws them. It's a pretty simple one. Yeah, it's a pretty simple one, but he is a really strong character. So he just grabs them and throws them. His Mortal Kombat one, however, is probably the most brutal of all of the ones that I've picked, because he uses his healing punch. He beats the living crap out of his own opponent until they are mentally broken and just left sobbing on the floor, quitting the match.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so that's mine. Kenya Sato, a melee healer.
So stupid name.
He can heal himself too. So like,
Oh, of course he can.
how Keller B can recharge his health, so can Kenya Sato.
So dumb name. All right,
Your next.
My next fighter. Remember how I told you that I tried to pick some outside the box type of characters?
Yeah.
How familiar are you with the band Disturbed?
I've heard of them. But
They're the ones that
I
do
really
like
listened to them.
Down with the Sickness and 10,000 Fists and stuff. Okay. So, the reason I asked is because I was like, I really want to so you can pull from anything, like I said. So I was like, I really want like a music icon as as a character. And it made me think, I want you to Google this. I want you to Google really fast the band Disturbed and type in The Guy. His name is The Guy. Let me know when he pops up. You see him?
David Michael Draymond?
No. That's the lead singer. It's the mascot, The Guy. He's a guy shrouded in he's like shrouded in shadows, and he's got flames, and he's got like a face. He's the artwork of most of their albums.
I type in mascot.
Here.
Okay, yeah, that's
okay.
Right. That's
okay.
Cool.
All right, so you know what he looks like now.
Yeah.
All right, so he's considered. He's called
Todd McFarlane character.
Yeah, he is called Todd McFarlane character. What are you looking at?
Spawn, like he looks like a Spawn character.
Okay, that's what you mean. Yes, he's called The Guy, or later on, The Vengeful One. You're gonna work with me. We're gonna work together to see how he fits into Smash, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the wiki. So it's going to be a little long, but I'm going to read this to you. It's the wiki from Disturbed, the fandoms. So the fans made this wiki about his superpowers. And I want to see how you think he'll fit into Smash. I have an idea, but we're going to work together. All right, super strength. He was able to match the strength of an asteroid strike and Land of Confusion. He also broke the chains of steel with little effort. Additionally, the music video for The Vengeful One, he was able to launch a large cluster of surveillance cameras from the surface of Earth into the sun with a single throw. Flying. The guy can fly fast enough to reach Nandos with the lads and back to Earth in a few seconds. Self-sustenance. He rose in Gotham the space to prepare an attack on Earth. During this time, he shows his unaffected from the vacuum of space. Durability. Flew at Earth at high speeds while re-entering the atmosphere, causing a huge explosion. He got up from this and remained uninjured, indestructible, and unkillable. His skin cannot be penetrated. The toughness and evasion. In the Land of Confusion, the guy took no injury during the fight against the soldiers. Influential statue. Despite not being much of power, the guy has a trait in which he is able to influence others to join his side. In the Land of Confusion, the guy was able to gain armies of citizens and ultimately have them take down armies of soldiers, tanks, and planes. what the hell is this? Auto reload. Despite clearly having only 2 chambers in his shotguns, the Vengeful One, and 6 chambers in his pistol, he fires a grand total of 16 full barrel blasts from his shotguns and 8 from his pistol. Clearly displays an ability to reload automatically. We're almost done. Space Beam. He can make powerful blue rays with his hands like Dark Sith. He kills journal demons and the Vengeful One with his power. Environmental utility. The guy is often seen merging with various harsh terrains from which his music takes after. Some still animation themes, Tyrant and Immortalization, and Eyes of the Storm. The very mountain range themselves take on a visage of Disturbed's mascot. This one's so stupid. Child companionship. Again, not an actual superpower, but the guy seems to have an affinity for the young, as showcased in The Lost Children. And then the last one is Primordial Entity. In the deluxe version of the Vengeful One, the guy's physical form is revealed as to be a humanoid shell used to interact with the material world. His true form is more of akin to the living abyss of curiosity, swirling with malice than a man. So that's what Wiki says. And I want to make this a character in this game.
So basically, he is an Avatar Darkseid.
Yes. Now, you and me are going to come... I know that was long, but you and me real fast are going to come up with some cool moves and a final smash.
Let's see here. He can do a punch that can knock you across the stage.
Well, now, because it says it can, like, punch you across space.
Yeah.
With his 10,000 fists.
You gotta avoid his Fists of Fury.
Right.
Let's see here.
He's immortal.
His range attack can be hit. Well, you gotta ignore the immortal stuff, dude. It's like
he's
Superman
indestructible.
Can't be hurt by kryptonite, but you gotta make it to where he can be.
Right.
For this. He has eye beam, so that's his range attack.
It's one of them, yeah. In the Indestructible album, it's all about fire. So he's got to have some kind of fire move.
All right, so maybe for like how they have a crouch kick move. Maybe
right.
For his, it's he crouches and stomps the ground and a gout of fire bursts.
There we go. I'm okay with that. That's a good idea.
Let's see here. He's got obviously guns.
Yeah, in the Vengeful One, which they made specifically for the mascot. Yeah, he just goes into like a news studio and just starts blasting away the quote, the lying media basically. So he's just going around with shotguns and pistols, just killing everybody. Okay,
so that could also be one of his range attacks.
Now, what about the whole he has an ability to change young children's minds and join up to his side?
I don't know if you want to go into that.
I know. I don't know why they put that on the wiki.
I guess you could be like, go real dark and just like have children beat the shit out of your opponent.
We're not gonna go down that road.
Yeah. Let's see here. The environmental unity thing.
Yeah.
Could be like you get a very temporary defense boost by merging with the stage a little.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah. I figured, by the way, you know how when you get DLC characters in Smash, they always give them a stage? It's got to be one that's just cloaked in fire and has musical notes everywhere and like demons in the background, like going like rock, like the rock devil horns, like yeah, and then like 10,000 fists also pumping in the background too.
Yeah. So for his ultimate, I'm going to say, because they said he's a primordial entity, that he punches the opponent so hard that they go into his realm of the abyss and swirling malice.
Yeah.
And basically, All right, this is gonna be a Mortal Kombat style.
That's fine.
They
That's fine.
they drive themselves insane due to the malice and curiosity surrounding them, and
Okay.
basically tear themselves apart.
I like that. What do you think of this character idea? It's an interesting character, right?
I mean, he sounds like a Todd McFarlane character. He is straight up just sounds like a character Spawn would fight.
Yeah, I feel like the band was just like, "Yo, we're just gonna have a badass looking guy as our mascot." Just like he's
He
just the
looks-
guy.
He looks like if you gave Lobo Joker venom,
Yeah.
Joker toxin.
If you're listening and you've made it this far, just look up the artwork for the Indestructible. That literally shows you the album Indestructible shows you exactly what you need to see.
Yeah, that I think that's a pretty good move set in Ultimate.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick, right?
Yes, I would
We're-
not have thought about this whatsoever.
I know, because I was like going down my list and I'm thinking like TV shows, anime, video games, movies. I'm like, I want to pull from music somehow. And I'm like, my first thought was like Iron Maiden's mascot. Everybody knows the skeleton that Iron Maiden. I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm not a big Iron Maiden guy. And then like Disturbed popped on my shuffle and I go, holy shit, that could be it. And
I almost want to.
I didn't even know that there was a whole wiki about that guy, the guy. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Yeah, I almost want to go and pick a character from the Gorillas because I love them,
That's so funny.
and I think the massive lore that they have for those characters could probably be turned into a fighting character. But
So funny.
I'm gonna stick to what I already have.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's
So,
that's my
the
character,
guy.
the guy.
Like just,
But they could have picked a better name.
I mean, he's the guy. Like, you talk of the guy, that's who you're talking about, apparently.
All right. Yeah.
right.
All you Disturbed fans, rejoice.
You now have a fighting character.
There you go.
All right, so I will move on to movies then.
Okay.
My first movie character is Riddick from the Riddick franchise.
Mm-hmm. I've never
he
seen
is
those movies.
That is right. They're good. I like them.
That's Vin Diesel, right? That's Vin Diesel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Riddick is a melee fighter with daggers, primarily. But
Oh, shocking
and-
you picked him.
well, in the franchise, he somehow knows how to use pretty much any weapon he gets his hands on.
Okay.
It's just like his main, like what he's known for is having two daggers and being a stealthy guy.
I can't picture Vin Diesel as a stealthy guy.
I mean, watch those movies, man.
I don't.
It's mainly, though I will say the reason he's known as a stealthy guy in those movies is because like he's just his character is associated with shadows. That's kind of the stealth. It's not like he's just no, actually in the Pitch Black movies, he's pretty damn stealthy. He can move pretty silently somehow in combat boots. But anyway, so Riddick is, I'm thinking more of like a Greninja type of character.
Okay.
Like he's except replace the water with shadows. While the character Riddick doesn't manipulate shadows, he's not supernatural in that regard. For game mechanics wise, that's what I'm going with. He just kind of fades in and out of shadows to pop up behind you for some quick attacks.
Okay.
His ultimate is where it really goes into the franchise style thing. The entire screen goes dark.
Okay.
Whoever you're fighting, so whoever your opponent is, they are lit up as if they are seen through a thermal lens.
What is this?
And then
fucking Predator?
so that's kind of what Riddick is. Like his eyes, he wears goggles because he's very sensitive to light. But when when it's nighttime or when it's dark, he takes his goggles off, he can see infrared.
Okay.
It's how he's able to be such a stealthy guy.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So in the Smash Bros. One, it just shows the enemy lit up as if they're thermal, and then you see Riddick's outline come up behind them and choke them out, and that's it. Like, it just lays them down. In the Mortal Kombat one, however, it's the point of view of Riddick. You see him taking his goggles off. You see your opponent in front of you. You see him approaching with his dagger drawn, and you see him slicing their throat.
Damn. That's pretty brutal, dude.
It is. I like it. It's very Riddick. So yeah, that's my next one. Riddick, the melee swift shadow fighter guy.
Now, is one of his taunts going to be something along the lines of like, "It's all about family"?
No. Surprisingly, that is a Dominic Toretto thing, not a
bummer.
Riddick thing. Actually, Riddick is all about being by himself. He is a very much a loner.
I just wanted to see that.
Yeah. I mean, hell, that could be one of the costumes.
Just make him Dom Toretto.
Because Riddick still wears tank tops.
See, there you go. It's working out. Put a car on it.
It's just black tank tops, gives combat boots and suspenders and goggles. That's Riddick. So one of the costumes could literally just be like a white tank top. That you just be like, that's Dominic Toretto. Yeah, so that is Riddick.
All right. Moves on to my next pick. My next pick. Yep. Do you remember the characters in Smash Bros. Myra and Pythra?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they're dual characters, right?
I think we've last played them.
Right. It's a dual. Yeah, so Myra and Pythra is one character. You could switch between the two, right?
Yes, I didn't like it.
I did. So that's who I'm going with, is this style. I had to have a representation of the Assassin's Creed franchise. So I'm going with Jacob and Evie Fry.
Okay.
Dual characters similar to Myra and Pythra. Jacob would be the more up-close and personal character, focusing more on the combat in front of him with his brass knuckles and his Kurkuri knife. You know, he's just a brawler. Doesn't have much range, but he's mostly, since you could swap out between the two, if you're up close and you need to fight someone up in front of you, switch to Jacob. Boom, 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 you got some brawls in front of you. Now, say you need some range, switch over to Evie. She's more for long range. You could use her throwing knives. In the game, there's something called a Voltic bomb for stunning. You can stun your opponents, make them stop in place. And of course, she would have the cane sword for up close and personal. Because, when I played, I always gave Evie the cane sword because it just kind of fit.
Yeah.
I could also see her using more of parries and dodges since she's supposed to be the stealthy one. You know how kind of like how Sheik or Greninja or something like that, they have like a counter. So if somebody attacks, then they can dodge out of the way and parry, and so like a counter attack. You give Evie a counter attack. You got to. Both characters would both utilize the Hidden Blade and Zipline in their movements and somehow. So I'm thinking, you know how you press up B to kind of save yourself from falling off the ledge? It's got to be the Zipline that's in Syndicate, right?
Yeah.
And then the Hidden Blade has got to be somewhere in the moveset. It's got to be like Ridley, how he can use his tail to stab, and it could do damage where it stops them in their place and puts them on the ground. I feel like something like that with the Hidden Blade. As for the final smash, of course it's going to be the Hidden Blade attack. I want them to go into a cinematic thing where you stab them with the Hidden Blade, and then they go back and forth between the two characters. Kind of like Myra and Pythra, how you have both characters in the final smash. You got one going back and forth using their respective weapons, ending up with them kicking them off a ledge with a leap of faith sound that way the enemy gets thrown back into the map. So it does the animation, then they kick them off a ledge, and you hear the eagle screech, and that's how they get thrown back into the map. Either they somehow survive or they're dead.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that's a good one. It's very similar to what I came up with for a character of my own.
Awesome.
So
you got a dual character yourself?
I do.
That's interesting. So I also thought that you would appreciate seeing as that you really like Syndicate. So
Yeah, I did. While I was disappointed with the Jacob being more of a thug than an assassin, I did really enjoy that game.
yeah,
It was a
game's
fun
awesome.
game.
Yeah, and I thought having them have two different styles for one character was a good idea.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I did it.
Yep. All right. Cool. So what's your next character, bud?
So I will go ahead and skip my other movie character and go on down to my duo characters just for the theme of it.
All right.
Going into TV series.
Okay.
And for my duo, I picked Sam and Dean.
You know, I almost put it on my list, but I go, nah, Nate's gonna pick it, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Yes.
I knew it was gonna be on your. I knew it was gonna be on your list. I didn't even put it on there.
So similar to what you were going with, Dean is going to be the more forefront melee character with either stabs or punches, kicks, stuff like that. And then when you need some range, you go ahead and switch over to Sam, who's got a shotgun, pistol, and some spells. That is how I foresee Sam and Dean working. For their Smash, the Smash Bros. Style is them hopping into the Impala and you just running the enemy over,
Nice.
hitting with the car
Of course.
to some amazing tunes.
No one does that to Baby.
Yeah, just listening to some amazing tunes and just hitting the enemy. For the Mortal Kombat one, however, they summon Castiel. Castiel shows up, and the three of them proceed to just go to town, stabbing the hell out of the enemy. Sam wielding the Demon Blade, Castiel wielding an Angel Blade, and Dean wielding the First Blade, or otherwise known as the Kane Blade.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so that is my duo team, Sam and Dean, with if you go Mortal Kombat style, Castiel.
You know what's kind of funny is that me and my other buddy, he's a huge Supernatural fan as well, and we were talking about the upcoming Sonic racing game that's coming out, the one that's supposed to be a crossover between everything. And he goes, you know who they should add into that game? He goes, they need to add Sam and Dean. The Impala would be your car, and you just drive that through the race. I go, that is a great fucking idea, man. You have Castiel as like on the top of the car, and the Impala just driving in the race. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, Sam and Dean, good pick. I assumed it was going to be on there, so I was like, don't even bother.
Yeah, no, I was like, this one, they deserve to be in a fighting game.
Totally. All right. Well, my next pick is from an animated series. I don't know if you've ever seen this. I don't remember if we talked about it. Have you ever seen the Boondocks?
Yes, I have. I actually almost put Riley on here.
Well, I did the opposite, and I put Huey Freeman, as my next character.
I mean, that makes sense. He's the straight up fighter.
Right. He was actually my off the wall pick. I was like, because we were talking about, I was like, had one final slot, and I was like, I can't think of anybody. And then somebody was like talking about the Boondocks. I go, oh my god, that's a great idea. And so I put him on there because think about it. Huey Freeman, he's got a shock glove, he's got guns, nunchucks, a katana, a bow staff, he knows kung fu, karate, and ninjutsu. He's got everything he needs for up close and personal, everything he needs for range. He's got big ass afro, so I feel like all of his hitbox would be his afro.
Yeah.
But the only thing I couldn't think of is what it would be a good final smash for him. Also, there's not many costumes he could have because he kind of wears the same thing in every episode.
I mean, he wears regular clothes. They do show him in different clothing in the episodes. It's just regular clothing.
I picture maybe the final smash going to a cutscene of Riley be like, "Oh hell no!" and then like punching whoever you're fighting into Huey, and Huey just like beats the absolute shit out of him.
What would be, I think, a really good Final Smash would be a Mega Man style thing where it summons like multiple characters. So you have Grandpa, Uncle Ruckus, and Riley show up behind him, and Riley shoots him. Grandpa wields his belt, and Ruckus just stands back.
And then it
probably
ends
throwing-
with all the characters looking down at him, and then Bootylicious being like, booty butt, booty butt, booty butt.
Yeah, yeah. No, so when you said the Boondocks, I honestly thought you were going to say Stinkmeaner.
Do you know what? A coworker of mine, when I told him this character, said the same goddamn thing.
Because
He goes, "You gotta add Stinkmeaner." I go, "That's so funny that you brought that up."
I mean, Stinkmeaner is like, besides Huey, probably one of the strongest characters in the series.
What if you add Uncle Ruckus and he just kills him with racism against white people or against black people?
Yeah, no, it would be super controversial. But like, Stinkmeaner's so strong, he dragged himself back from hell.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like, he's crazy. I genuinely thought that is who you were going.
No,
to
I
do.
went with
And then,
Huey
like,
because Huey's my favorite character on the show.
well, yeah, Huey's an amazing. He's my favorite. I feel like he should be everybody's favorite.
Like I said,
but also-
mine is my favorite character is that episode where R. Kelly's in it. All right.
Yeah, and Martin Luther King comes back.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. No, get Stinkmeaner and have one of his secondary costumes be Tom.
Oh,
since
okay.
he possesses him.
Right. What would be an alternate costume for Huey?
That's what I guess just be different clothing. Like
Yeah, it's
just
got to be
different colored clothing.
maybe he could wear what Riley wears sometimes.
It's like Little Mac. Little Mac pretty much wears the same outfit, just different colored versions of
Right,
it. So
right.
pretty much it. That's just what Huey's gonna do.
Oh yeah. Huey from the Boondocks.
Yeah, that's a great pick actually.
Hell yeah.
I almost picked Riley.
I can't believe you almost picked Riley. That's so funny, actually.
I almost picked Riley for the range, because him and his guns and everything.
Right.
But yeah, that's such a good pick. Okay, so my next one is back to movies.
Okay.
Ethan Hunt.
I don't know who that is.
Ethan Hunt is from the Mission Impossible movies. He's Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay. All
Um,
right.
and the way I imagine him playing is basically Snake.
No, yeah, that was the only way he could play.
Yeah. The only difference is he does have a bit more like melee combat fighting style. He does still use gadgets and stuff, but he's not quite as much as Snake does, and he's not going to hide in a box. One of the things I really want for this character, I almost want his Smash ultimate more than the Mortal Kombat ultimate, because the Smash one I have is him running towards the enemy and just tackling them off of the stage, him going with them, but at the last minute, like turning and grabbing the edge of the stage in a really dramatic thing, like have the camera go in real cinematic, like be very dramatic, and him
my
just
God.
looking down as the person falls down.
That's so stupid.
But it's such a Mission Impossible thing for him to do.
Dun,
Like,
dun,
that
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, exactly. Like while the music playing, while he's looking down, breathing heavily, barely holding on with one hand, all dramatic, like, oh man, oh we did it. And then the Mortal Kombat one is also very Mission Impossible, but because he like summons a motorcycle, ramps off a ramp, and bounces the back of the wheel off of the head of the enemy, killing them.
Yeah.
Like, but man, I really want the Smash one more because I just love the idea of it being just a cinematic view kind of thing. Because I feel like it'd be so silly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is mine. Ethan Hunt.
Nice. You know, it's ironic that you've already brought my next character up in our discussion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. You mentioned Mega Man, right?
I did.
Well, I am picking Mega Man X. We already have Mega Man. Mega Man X is a different character, if you don't know that.
Yes, I do.
So there's actually a mod out there that somebody made to put Mega Man X into Smash, and it's what gave me the idea for this character, because Mega Man is one of those franchises that I think is so cool. The lore is cool. The looks are cool. I love the animation. I love the gameplay. I love the art style. I have learned that I am fucking terrible at them. I'm horrible. I can't play Mega Man. I've tried. I own a bunch of Mega Man games. I'm horrible at it. So if I can put him in a Smash Bros. Game with the version I want, we're doing that. So, a little background for the listeners who don't know who he is. The original Mega Man, also known as Rock, is a robot created by Dr. Light to fight against the evil Dr. Wily and his robot masters. Mega Man X, though, is set in a different timeline, features X, also created by Dr. Light, but is meant to be a next generation of robots with free will and emotions. Mega Man X has tons of different power-ups. You can incorporate all of them into his moveset, like flame, water, electricity, wind, all the elements, basically. He's also got things like leg upgrades, arm upgrades, helmet upgrades, things like that can help with his movement and stuff. His ultimate could easily be his ultimate armor. The ultimate armor is when you get all of the upgrades all at once, and you basically have all of your health. And Mega Man, you're limited to what you can do. So the ultimate armor just basically is the most powerful version of Mega Man X. For costumes, though, I do want... I need to send this to you. Look in your messages on Discord in a second. Because I told myself I have to make sure to send this to you so you see who the fuck I'm talking about. I want this as an alternate skin. If you don't know what it is, look up Mega Man EXE. It is the Mega Man from the Battle Network games. He's more like he looks like a ninja, basically. He's Mega Man if he had a thing on his face and he looked like a ninja.
Yeah.
I think it's that is the coolest looking Mega Man, in my opinion.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the way that dude looks?
I mean, he looks cool. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Mega Man X as a character?
I think you are really skirting the line on
I know.
character that are not already in a game.
Hey, he has a completely different moveset, okay?
Does he?
I was going to add Zero. Originally, I was going to add Zero because Zero from Mega Man X is super cool. But he's already a trophy in Smash. So I was like,
I thought Mega Man X was in Mega Man's final Smash.
I mean, as like hey, look, I'm teamed up with the other Mega Mans to shoot. Like,
yeah.
It's fine. You know what? What's the title of this again?
Really pushing that.
What's the title of this episode again? It's My Ideal or My Smash Bros. My Cone Custom Smash Bros. Game.
Yeah, that's my opinion, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just gonna put them in there.
Pushing that rule. Other than that, I mean, as we've already seen, Mega Man in Smash Bros. He's a good character for those who know how to play him.
I was about to say, when I played Smash at your house recently, how did you feel about Mega Man?
I didn't like him. For those who like him,
I love Mega Man in the game.
For those who like playing him and know how to play him, he's a great character.
Yeah.
For those like me who ain't got time for that, just give me a plain puncher like Little Mac, and Ken Sato. So yeah, it's a good pick. I mean,
is it? You sound like you don't agree.
It's obviously a good pick because it was already.
Shut up, Nate. I want another representation of Mega Man. Shut up. I probably should have went with Zero, but I don't care. I'm going with Mega Man X.
I mean, I would. To be fair, even if you had said Zero, I would have probably said the same thing.
I'm gonna go with Dr. Light. This is a fat scientist who's just like, "Hey, Mega Man, you got this."
Just keep chucking out robots.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do.
Yeah. All right. So who's your next one?
My next one, let's see. I did movies. Oh, we'll go back to TV since I did Sam and Dean. Angus MacGyver.
From MacGyver?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy is going to play a lot like Steve from Minecraft. He's going to be a lot more gadget guy. Like he's just going to throw a bunch of gadgets at you.
This is such a dumb pick.
No, man.
It's such a random fucking pick.
Great pick, man. Shut up. So his ultimate is that he builds a bomb out of nothing but like gum and just random shit on him. And the Smash Bros version, it's going to be silhouetted in the background, so not graphic at all. But the Mortal Kombat version is going to be blowing up stuff with bits going everywhere. And he's going to strike a really cool pose.
Fucking MacGyver. What a pick, dude.
And the costumes is going to be young MacGyver and older MacGyver, just in their different form. Like they have like one with the jacket, one in his uniform, one in regular clothes. Boom. 6 skins. Done. Genius. I love it.
So stupid, Nate.
Put a fork in it, it's done.
What a pick, dude. What a pick.
Not gonna lie, that is the last character I picked out on this list, and I was kind of running out of steam on.
I can tell.
Me characters.
That's okay. It's a very Nate pick. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I am happy with the pick. It's just not my best.
But it's not your worst.
What's your neck? No,
all right.
Probably is my worst.
It is now time to talk about my Marvel representation for this list. Of course, I'm going to put a Marvel character on here because I love Marvel so much. But
yeah,
it's not going to be your typical, I'm picking Captain America, Wolverine, or Spider-Man, or something like that. Well, no, I say Spider-Man with an asterisk. Because we're here to talk about the Scarlet Spider, a.k.a. Kane Parker. Now, Nate, I'm going to send you in the messages really quick. Boom, that's who I'm talking about.
You know who Kane Parker is.
You know what? If you don't know who it is, look it up. This is my favorite costume of Spider-Man's. Of all the Spider-Mans. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I love the art, the color scheme. I love the look of it. I love
it.
That
looks
costume.
like the inverse of oh crap, I'm blanking on his name. Spider-Verse.
Oh, Miles?
Miles, yeah.
I don't know. I love this costume. So, I told you about some of my favorite characters, so... I've told you about some of my favorite characters, so I didn't want to pick someone I've talked about a million times. So this is why we're talking about the very underrated character, Scarlet Spider. Unlike Peter Parker, Kane Parker... this is for the fans who don't know who he is. Or, sorry, this is for the audience who doesn't know who he is. Unlike Peter Parker, Kane Parker is much more of a violent Spider-Man. He has like says the moves into the game would be a very violent style thing. It wouldn't be just Peter Parker swinging around like throwing out little witty quips and stuff. You're gonna have a violent, aggressive Spider-Man in Smash Bros. If you aren't familiar with who Kane Parker is, he's basically the first attempt to clone Peter Parker, and it goes wrong, and he comes out all deformed with extra abilities that Parker never had. Kane has 2 retractable claws and can have more of a similar moveset to Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Just think like Baraka spikes that come out of his arms. Now, obviously, since he's
isn't it like his wrists where isn't it like the wrists where the webs usually come out with Spider-Man?
No, I think it's... Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. It comes out there. But he also has organic webbing, kind of like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Now, obviously, since he's a Spider-Man, he's going to have, obviously, webbing. So you put that into the moveset. And, since he's Spider-Man, he also sort of has a spider sense. His spider sense is more like sees glimpse of the future, like small little glimpse. And so, unlike Spider-Man, where he can, my spidey sense is tingling, danger's around, he kind of like, I saw that coming, dodge. So we could use that into his moves. Maybe he has a counter where he could dodge an oncoming attack and do a counterattack by glimpsing it into the future type of thing. Another thing that's different... What?
That sounds... It's interesting. I would be interested in seeing how it could be pulled off.
I mean, he's Spider-Man. He can do it, man. Another thing that's
yes, him. I'm talking about from a game mechanic wise, Raylan.
I know. From another thing that's different from normal Spider-Man is he does something called the Mark of Cain. He has a burning touch that he uses to leave eaten away handprint on his victim's face. I told you he's a brutal Spider-Man. So normally he kills his opponent and then leaves a burning handprint on his face. Think that's going to be a Spinal Smash. But it's not going to be more like a... It's not going to be as brutal. It's going to be more like a... he does like a barrage of stabs with his signature claws and then kind of like does like a handprint, but kind of like a Nintendo style handprint where there's like, he got cartoon burnt on his face. And then like that's how he dies. You know what I mean?
I kind of wonder how many, like... Obviously, I don't think it ever actually happened in the comics, but how did it not happen for whenever he would leave the Mark of Cain? How did people not mistake that for the logo of the hand?
I don't know. But,
like, this person had to have died by the hand. The ninjas are here to kill us. And Cain's just like, no, man.
That's me. I'm Spider-Man.
My calling card.
I'm Spider-Man. There's also a version of him where he turns into a villain called the Tarantula, but I wasn't going to go down that road because I didn't want to have to give him a whole nother moveset. So we're just going to stick with Spider-Man.
Looks-wise, that could be like a costume or something.
I don't agree with that because he has 4 protruding arms out of his back and he looks like a fucking monster, so I don't think that's going to work as a costume.
They don't have to do anything. They can just be there.
I like the look of awesome-ass costume of Scarlet Spider. But yeah.
Yes, but you gotta give him other costumes.
He can have other Spider-Man costumes, all right? You could have one of them be the classic Spider-Man, then you can have the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider look.
I do like the idea of maybe him using his spider webs to maybe pull his opponents closer to be more aggressive. Like, don't run away, you come here.
You bitch, you running from me? You started this fight. Like,
he's fighting style-wise, I definitely see him as like a scorpion.
Right, that's exactly a great way to describe him. I love how we're comparing all these characters to Mortal Kombat.
Yes, like I said, that's why I came up with a second ultimate for Mortal Kombat.
Well, yeah, I feel like this is not a pick you were expecting for a Marvel representation, were you?
No, not really.
Did you think it was going to be a Spider-Man?
I didn't really think about what you would pick, other than like Sam and Dean. I was really hoping you wouldn't pick.
I almost did, but yeah, I wanted a very brutal Spider-Man. That's who I wanted, and I love this guy.
Okay, that's good. Looks-wise, he looks good. I think moveset, he could pull it off really well. Other than the Spider-Sense seeing the future thing, like...
Why were you so hesitant against it? It's just his counter. I mean, I'm pretty sure Shulk has an ability where he sees part of the future, and that's how he does his counter also.
I guess, maybe. I don't know much about Shulk, but the way I'm picturing it would require the game to know what your opponent is about to do.
No, it's just, think about it more as like, it's a counter. Like, he gets into a stance like, oh, I saw this coming, and then just kind of dodges out of the way and does a counterattack. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That just makes me wonder, then, does everybody who have a counter have that power?
Nate, I think you're just thinking too much into it, and it's a fucking fighting game.
Yeah. That's why I don't play fighting games.
Let's move on to your next one before you have an aneurysm.
Yeah. Okay, so my next one is Samurai Jack.
Oh, great pick. That is a fantastic pick.
Up close, he'd be using his famous sword, and then when he gets pulled back, he has his bow for long range.
He has a bow? It's been quite a long time since I watched the show. I can't remember him having a bow.
He doesn't he doesn't carry around a bow, but he has used bows multiple times in the series.
Okay.
And in like the very first episode, they showcase him becoming a master of almost every weapon. He just has a sword that's enchanted to fight evil.
All right, explain to me how this is going to not be just a different skin of Link.
I mean, that's kind of what I based him on.
I'm
really.
just saying, it sounds like different version of Link.
Yeah, yeah. Says the guy who just described Scorpion.
Fuck you.
So, yeah.
I also have Mega Man X on here.
Yeah, literally a Mega Man. So Samurai Jack is again just gonna use a sword and bow. His Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be very Smash Bros. Coded. It's going to be him doing a quick slash move towards the enemy. They're in the background, but they're a silhouette with a ton of white slashes just all over.
Okay, so classic samurai attack.
Yeah, and then gushes what could be blood, but because it's Samurai Jack, it's gonna be oil. I mean, it's Samurai Jack. It's gonna.
And then
be
it's
oil.
just him closing it, like sheathing his sword.
Yeah, and that's his ultimate for the Smash.
I mean,
Bros.
that's a pretty awesome attack, and that's pretty. You gotta have to have that as his ultimate.
Yeah, for the Mortal Kombat version, however, they're not silhouetted. The slashes are not there. The body just falls apart.
Okay.
It's more gory and gruesome looking, but it's the same move as him, like doing his slash, sheathing his blade. It's just you're now seeing the carnage rather than it being a silhouette.
Okay.
And that is it. Samurai Jack with his bow and sword.
Nice. Now we're down to top 4.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. All right. So for my next one, we've seen Super Smash Bros. Shrink down large characters like Ridley, for example, right? So why can't we do that to a giant mech suit? And that goes on to my next character, which is my final anime representation, and that is Gurren Lagann. You ever seen Gurren Lagann?
I have not, but I heard a lot about it.
So Gurren Lagann is the name of the main suit, the mech suit from the anime. It's literally called Gurren Lagann. It's a combination of the two gunmen, the Gurren piloted by Kamiya, and the Lagann piloted by Simon. The combination of these two make the ultimate weapon in this anime, but that's not all they can do. They can do a lot separated as well. They can do lots of damage. The reason why I bring that up is because separated is exactly how I want the character to be working in Smash. You can use that as part of your moveset. So your main thing is going to be Gurren Lagann. But I'm thinking like you could use it to throw parts of your mech at the enemies and stuff for long range. Lagann is a small mech that is often used as a horn-drilled projectile in the anime. He's technically the head of the full Gurren Lagann. You could use that as one of your weapons as a projectile. Speaking of Lagann, the part of Gurren Lagann that he wears, the part of Gurren Lagann, Kin, is he wears a lot of attacks where he's coming from. So the main ability manifests drills. That's a lot of that's the whole thing is that he manifests drills as his attacks. He uses it in different ways, as like physically attacking them with drills, using the wind that the drills spin as like a projectile to like launch his opponents into the air, stuff like that. He can anything you can be creative with drills, Gurren Lagann can do.
Okay.
Gurren Lagann, I think, would be a really cool and outside-the-box representation for an anime character in Smash. I think Gurren Lagann would be super sick. And this kind of changes color palette out for different costumes.
Okay. I like that. That's a good one.
Gurren Lagann also looks really fucking cool in the anime. I'm not a big... Oh, go ahead.
I like the idea of incorporating the drills. I will... Now, just because of my own mindset, all I can picture is Mega Man with a drill.
Think more of a Gundam with the drill.
I know what the character looks like.
I know, but
in my head, I'm just imagining Mega Man with a drill fighting this guy, and I'm like...
In one of the battles in Gurren Lagann, he's fighting this mech suit, and he literally just creates a giant drill and aims it towards him, like the guy's coming from the sky, coming down at him, and he aims it up at him and just drills super hard, and it just creates this giant like a whirlwind into him, and he launches him into the sky.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, he can do more than just attack you with a drill. So yeah, that's my pick for my final anime character, Gurren Lagann.
Okay. So I'm in my last 3.
Me too.
My number 3 is my last cartoon character,
Okay.
Freakazoid.
Haha, dude, heck yeah, man.
So Freakazoid is going to be kind of like Mr. Game & Watch. He's going to be a wacky prankster who uses gags to beat his enemies instead of just straight up fighting them. His ultimates, this is kind of, again, along the lines of Ethan Hunt. I really like the Smash Bros. Version of his ultimate more than I like the Mortal Kombat one. The Mortal Kombat one, he summons a giant mallet, hits his opponent into a computer screen where it's basically a window for them, and he has to smash them into it. Breaking bones, gore, all that.
Okay.
The Smash Bros. One is funnier in my opinion. He summons a therapist couch, gets like gray hair, gray bushy mustache, pencil pad, glasses, but still the Freakazoid costume. Your opponent lays down on the therapist couch, and he psychoanalyzes his opponent until they give up, realizing it's all for nothing.
That's so stupid. It's so dumb.
It is, and that's why I feel like that's perfect for Freakazoid because
Why even bother? And then like
a lot
game.
A lot of his opponents basically give up because they realize that he's Toon Force. Like they can't beat him because of that.
Right.
And they're just like, you know what, fuck it, just take me to the asylum. Like I get good meals there. Just fine, I'm done. So yeah, Freakazoid. Bring him back into media, give him a funny ass ultimate, make him a funny character, and yes, that's it.
All right, Freakazoid it is. Okay.
What is your next one?
Into my top 3. We've been talking about this a lot with our buddy Ty recently, and I had this list done before they added it to Fortnite, and we were talking about Power Rangers. I'm adding the Red Ranger, Jason Lee Scott, to my roster.
Okay.
Red Ranger's my favorite one. Obviously, you've got multiple skins to pick from. You got a whole team. And I was thinking because it's the Red Ranger, you're going to be using a sword as your melee. He doesn't really have a range unless you can pull from different versions of Red Rangers from other series. Just incorporated that kind of in the moveset, because like, and
didn't he have a pistol?
Does he have a pistol? I don't remember.
I could be thinking of another Red Ranger.
There's a Red Ranger that has a pistol. His signature pistol is a different Red Ranger.
Yes.
Red Ranger, I think it's from the police one, the police force one.
Yeah, I know that one, but I thought he had like a laser that attached to his gun or to his sword.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, he does. You're right. So yes, he can play with he can use a pistol as a ranged weapon as well. I just figured you've played the Power Rangers fighting game, and we've seen how he fights in that. I was figuring we can just kind of throw similar movesets from that into this. And the main reason is I love Power Rangers. I love the idea of having all the Power Rangers as costumes in this. And, of course, the final Smash is going to be the entire group of Power Rangers getting into their respective Zords and getting into the Megazord and just crushing your opponent with it.
Okay. I do like that one. I would propose a other ultimate where it summons the other Rangers and they all combine their weapons into that massive crossbow beam.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I just like the idea of the iconic Megazord coming in and just crushing your opponent.
I do too.
Yeah. So that's my Power Ranger pick. That's who I'm picking from number 3.
So my number 2, moving on to comics.
Oh, now we're in comics, and we're gonna get Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. All right.
Yeah. Voiced by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, there we go.
Judge Dredd.
I am not shocked in the slightest that you put him on there.
Judge Dredd is a ranged character. He does have like a punch and a kick, but they probably aren't going to do much damage. It's mainly to just kind of, hey, get away. He's usually going to be using his pistol, the Gavel, which has a ton of different ammo. Got flame shot, you've got echo shot, all kinds of different types that will do he's going to basically be like a spellcaster ranged guy, but with a pistol. The Smash Bros. Ultimate for him is going to be really tame. It's just going to be him slapping the cuffs on his opponent, putting him on the back of his bike, and driving off. The Mortal Kombat one, however...
Isn't Judge Dredd in Mortal Kombat?
No, I don't think he is.
I thought he was a DLC character in one of the Mortal Kombat games. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of somebody else.
Judge Dredd in Mortal Kombat. No, he is not a playable character.
Okay. I'm thinking somebody else.
He is a character that many fans have wanted to be in Mortal Kombat because he would fit perfectly
I mean, of course he would.
But he sadly is not. But his ultimate is, for Mortal Kombat, one of two things. One, shoot in the head that makes it explode. That's kind of boring in my opinion, though.
Yeah.
The one I really like, though, is he grabs his opponent and tells them you've been deemed for execution and drags them on the ground as he's riding his bike, grinding their head into the skull.
So Ghost Rider style.
Yeah. At the end, no, that's it pretty much. It just grinds it to his skull. So yeah, Judge Dredd. That is
Judge Dredd's
my
a good pick.
second pick.
It's a good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
All right, so my number 2 is got to have some fantasy representation from Lord of the Rings. Who am I picking from Lord of the Rings, Nate?
Obviously Smeagol.
No, you know what? I was talking to coworkers actually yesterday, and I told them I'm picking a Lord of the Rings character. You got to put Gollum. Imagine him just like creepily running up to a character. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. But that's not who I picked. I'm picking Gandalf. I'm picking Gandalf.
I'm not liking that you're comparing me to your coworkers so much this podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm not comparing you. I was just talking about my list to my coworkers.
Yeah, but you said I said the same thing as them twice now.
I'm sorry that you have the same idea.
I don't like that.
Anyways, it's Gandalf. I'm picking Gandalf. We've seen him and how he fights in Lord of the Rings games before. So, obviously, we know how he can work in the Smash Bros. Game. He's got multiple different types of spells. He can use them for long range, short range. He's been known to use his staff for combat, so melee and close combat works completely fine with his staff.
He also uses a sword.
Right. Yeah, you can use the sword as well, but the staff's iconic. That's why I went with the staff. You have 2 different versions of him, and you can kind of change the colors palette for multiple different skins. You got Gandalf the Gray, Gandalf the White. Kind of change them up. Gandalf the green, pink, blue, yellow, whatever you want to do. For Final Smash, you could just do the whole "You shall not pass" and then like obliterate them with a giant spell at your foe. Kind of like, "You shall not pass," and then like summon a giant fireball to burn them up or whatever. I don't know. You can kind of do what you want with the spells, kind of alternate with something else, but you got to do the "you shall not pass" thing. That's a given, right?
I would have summoned the eagles down to.
Oh, that's funny too.
On the opponent.
What if you say "you shall not pass" and then you summon the Balrog and then like they whip him to death?
Instead of getting rid of the Balrog, you're
summoning it. Yeah, exactly. That's how he reversed it. He tamed it, and he's like, "This is my summon spell now, guys."
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that'd be good. I like that one.
Gandalf the Gray, Gandalf the Right, and Gandalf any color you want to be.
Yeah.
I don't know what
game mechanic wise, I think you can. Yeah.
I don't know what other skins to give him. Honestly, it's just besides changing his color.
Yeah, the colors I think are supposed to mean something in the books. I'm not positive. I
Well,
could be
isn't there
wrong.
like that one guy who's the something something the brown? I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all the wizards are associated to a color. Uh, I think it's supposed to represent something. I'm not sure. I
Just
could
make
be
one of the
wrong.
skins just him cloaked in a ring wraith costume.
I could not. It is one of the book franchises I just could not read at all.
I love
Uh,
the movie so.
Other than Silmarillion, and that one fried my brain.
So let's move on
Uh,
to your
I like
number
Gandalf. Number one.
Number one. Okay.
Yes. And this one I saved the best for last.
Okay.
Bigby Wolf.
Oh my god, that's such a shocker, Nate. Holy crap, we haven't talked about that character in every episode.
No, it's so long ago.
Yeah. Anytime we mention anything of video games, Big B, or not video games, he's from,
Comics.
what?
Comics and video games.
Yeah,
He's from
it's
Wolf Among Us
always my number one is Big B Wolf.
and Fables.
Yeah.
So, Bigby Wolf. Fighting style. I actually thought about this character's fighting style. Bigby Wolf has a gauge. He starts out as a human. As he fights, his anger grows, and once the gauge is full, he then turns into his Wolfman form, which makes him, for a temporary time, stronger and tougher. And that's pretty much the basic. Like, he's still a very melee fighter. He does kicks, hits, fighting style, stuff like that. But the gauge is the main focus for him, so you can have his multiple forms.
Okay.
His ultimate. I really like both of his ultimates. So the Smash Bro one is that he turns into his big bad wolf form, so it becomes a full-on wolf, just a massive wolf. And he blows his enemies off the stage because that is what his character is known for. He is known as the big bad wolf,
Makes
and
sense.
he is the son of the North Wind, and he can blow. It's part of the story of the Three Little Pigs. He huffs and he puffs and he blows. The Mortal...
Nothing. I was gonna make a joke, but never mind.
Okay. The Mortal Kombat version is that he just goes into his Wolfman form and tears his enemy apart savagely.
Hell yeah.
Gives right into his primal aspects and just goes ham on them. So yeah, that is Bigby Wolf, my favorite comic book character, and honestly,
Favorite
my
character
favorite
of everything.
Yeah. I will say I think Freakazoid might be my favorite of the list.
I don't know.
this
He
list.
wasn't your number one, so I don't know what that says.
Well, no, that's because I was going in different categories. But he's definitely. Oh man, yeah, Bigby Wolf. That's my last one.
Alright.
What is yours?
My number one pick is gonna be a crazy one, Nate. My number one pick is
Mega Man X.
nope. It's Paper Mario. I
Okay.
know it's weird ending on an official Nintendo character, Nate. But listen. Let me talk. I've been asking for this character since the Nintendo GameCube Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it's been my number one character I've been wanting for every console since then. And if they're not gonna make it a reality, then I'm gonna add it to my dream Smash Bros. Game. All right, he's getting in.
You will.
I don't care. Paper Mario has a giant plethora of different abilities from all the different games. You've got abilities like paper mode, plane mode, tube mode, boat mode, and that's just from 1,000-Year Door. Then if you go to Super Paper Mario, you have the ability to flip from 2D to 3D. You can speaking of Super Paper Mario, you can give him the pixels, which are like little like friends that he has, or little buddies that each one can be used as different moves for like range moves and stuff. Like he's got some of them that can speed you up, give you more strength. Some of them can be used as shields. They can be used for casting curses or dispelling curses. There's a whole bunch of them in that game. As for a final smash, I'd really like to see him be able to grab his opponent and turn them into origami, kind of like from the Origami King game, and then hit him like with his iconic Mario hammer. That would be like the final Paper Mario smashes. Ball him up into origami and then crush him with the hammer.
Okay.
Motherfuckers, the motherfuckers getting brought into Smash Bros. Okay, I don't care if it's another version of Mario. He's getting in.
So you went Mega Man.
Shut up, Nate. We had 12 characters. All right.
I will say, at least this is a different type of Mario.
Mega Man X is a different type of Mega Man. Just saying.
A name.
No, and abilities, and totally different abilities. Mega Man X is literally designed to be a better Mega Man than the original Mega Man.
Game mechanic wise.
Anyways, Paper Mario is badass. Paper Mario should be in. It would work really well with Smash. Fuck you, Nintendo, for not giving my dreams a thing.
But thank you for giving us Smash Bros.
Yeah, but I love you, Smash Bros. Thank you, Nintendo Overlords. But yeah, that's my number one. Like I said, I'm bringing it into my game if they won't.
That's a good pick. I like that one.
So yeah, I just thought it was ironic. I'm naming all these crazy characters, and like my number one pick, the one we're ending on, is Nintendo property.
Yeah, to bring it home.
So yeah,
Let's not forget to pay homage to our overlords.
Nintendo Overlords. So I know this was an extra long podcast because we're almost coming up to 2 hours. But I hope you guys listen and I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this list. I was really excited to do this podcast. I don't know about you, Nate, but I've been looking forward to this. Any final thoughts? Any final statements?
Not really. I really kind of like this one. I didn't go as detailed as probably should have.
You didn't? You mean you didn't quote and cite an entire fandom of Wiki from Disturbed?
No, I did not do that. But I did learn about a new character, the guy.
The guy.
But I did in my head, I just keep imagining these characters actually fighting in a fighting game now, and I'm like, damn.
Well, yeah, I also picture it's going to be, since we only picked 12 each, we're going to combine the characters and have a roster of 24. Like that, we're building these characters to fight each other.
Yeah.
All right, well,
which I think we did an okay job of.
I think so.
Pretty good counters for our characters.
And then there's Paper Mario and Mega Man, so.
Yeah, OGs from. We had to have some characters.
Yeah, they always bring the old characters back. We're just getting updated old characters, all right?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys again for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.